I guess this is a plane. Alright. For a moment there, I thought I was seeing one of them orb lights. That's different. There was a shit ton of cops back there. I guess that was just one of them now. So just a plane. Just a plane. I've been seeing so much weird shit in the sky. I wanted to try to go live and catch it. Alright, I'm here at Juno Beach. Let me put on that little headphones. Alright, so I just got back to Juno Beach. I was down in Boynton. And I'm gonna take a little skate ride with Dusty. We did this morning. Took a skate ride this morning with my doggy. I don't know if anybody can hear me. You're in the future. Welcome to your past, my present. I don't know what this little button does. There's a couple of boats out there. Something twinkling in the sky. Air smells good. Ow, that fucking... There's the armadillo.
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
Oh, jeez. All right, I was gonna eat some food before I took a ride. I gotta get to bed though. I don't know. Let's listen to some music. No copyright infringement, Matt. But let's give some love to the Haitians. Gonna find that. All right, somebody's watching. Hey, welcome. Thanks for joining. Just lonely night in Juno Beach, but I'm having fun. Yeah, I went through the Northwood neighborhood. I was almost going to go live there. They were rocking. I mean, not rocking, but you know, it was definitely a nightclub situation. Everybody was dressed up, and there was like 3 light-skinned brothers smoking a bowl at one side of the block, and then I get down to the other block, I see why there was so many cars parked around, and all the brothers and sisters were just, they're doing their thing, you know. But the music was, I'm listening to this kind of music. And then they're listening to whatever the fuck is going on in hip hop these days, which is just like rah, 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 rah. Just, I don't know. To me, I don't even know what this music is saying, but it's just actually music and not just some aggressive mind control bullshit. But you know, that's cool. They want to do that. It just seems like the energy is so thick with fronting and image, so into image. It's just fucking crazy. So I didn't want to hang around there. But I'm just praying for the time where I find the cool natural island people and not all the fake nails and fucking just whatever. I just, I want to see natural people. They're not being natural. It's all production, you know. Keep it real, but the hair is fake, the eyelashes are fake, all the stuff. It's just, I'm not into it. I'm into natural. But that scene is kind of corny and foolish. Just, just being your actual self. I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna ride. You got a comment for me? Spot. This is East Coast. Yeah. Juno Beach is South Florida, and we're north of West Palm Beach and south of Jupiter in a little hamlet of Juno. Juno used to just be sand and grass and trees, and now it's all this condo bullshit. Just big buildings. It was quite charming when I was little. And there's still a interesting energy about it. It's kind of a, I mean, it's too fancy for me, but I could see why these people wanted to live here. But it's crazy how, you know, just driving up one highway basically, and it diverts a little here and there, but you know, this place is supposed to be integrated or whatever, but it's such a segregated society. It's a fucking joke. Don't let anybody tell you differently. The neighborhoods change like that, and there's not a lot of mixing really. Uh, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. But whatever, things change, and yeah, I don't know. I don't fit in any of them, any of these neighborhoods. But I do like that Northwoods neighborhood where I was just riding around, and yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Sometimes it's real sleepy. There's good cafes there and nice restaurants, coffee shop, and nightclubs. And this one nightclub was just popping off right now. But I saw another nightclub some weeks back. It was Sunday afternoon, and the place was just, there was people in the street. It was just a whole event. But tonight it was at a different place, and that one that I saw a few weeks ago, it was pretty quiet. There was just a few people in there. But then down the street, it was at this cigar bar. Disgusting. You know, I apologize if any viewers out there from the future are you know, into cigars. And I guess plenty of people like to roll blunts and shit. That gives me a headache. No, I could smoke a little tobacco in a peace pipe, especially tobacco tips. I like that. It's a different vibe though. You know, when you're doing a ceremony, then I mean, maybe this is these folks' ceremony. It's just getting all done up and listening to raunchy, aggressive music. And whatever, that's a new thing. I'm more into like beads and feathers and stuff like that. Check out these palm trees, they are blowing in the wind. There was no wind for like the past 2-3 nights. The air was so stagnant, it was crazy. It was driving me nuts. And the little bugs keeping me awake with this humid, stagnant air. But now Thankfully, we got the breeze. Spot. Only a little familiar with Florida geography. Spot. You follow Lapidary Dave. Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't know what Dave is doing tonight. I sent him a couple of texts. I'm trying to record some of the music that I hear on the radio. I can't even understand the. I can understand a little bit of French, and the Creole French is a little further away from me, but I don't know. My favorite station here, I can't even pronounce the name. I think it's called Key Way, and when I look for it, I can't find it. But I did get a phone number finally, so I'm going to try to call them and see what's up. They're making a call out for people to do shows, and I do radio, but I don't know. I mean, the show that I'm trying to put together, I could definitely incorporate some Caribbean stuff. So who knows what'll happen? But they're, I guess, out of Fort Lauderdale. But Key Way, how do you spell that? Key Qui? What the hell? I don't know. Key Way. Key Way Radio. If you could figure it out, check them out. I honestly feel like, compared to all the other channels around, it's what the future is gonna sound like. You know, everybody can have all the fucking whatever hip hop has turned into. I don't go there. But this, like, Haitian and Bahamian music, let's listen, see what they got going on. But maybe to a lot of you know, dark-skinned brothers and sisters living an urban lifestyle, maybe that sound is a little corny, and so they want to hear. I don't know. It's not my thing. It just sounds like just anger and shit. That's not sexy to me. Anyway, so what do we got comments here? Spot. You don't know a lot about music, but do love when Dave live streams when he plays. Oh, QUE with the little accent. That would K, I think. So key, K, I don't know, it's tricky. Yeah, Dave's live streams, I've seen a couple of those when he's playing. He's a fun character, that's just what it comes down to. Do you know Dave in the real world, or do you just watch the videos? Yeah, he's just a great overall musician. It's just hard to get him to stay focused, and everybody's pulling him in different directions. So, you know, I'm thankful for whenever we get to hang out, and if we get to play music, that's a bonus to me. We almost were going to have a show last month, but somebody else took our spot, so I stayed here in Florida. But I always enjoyed playing with David. And I've been sending him some of the music that I'm finding here, which is kind of off the mainstream radar. And so I'm hoping that it influences some of what he's doing now. The last time I streamed in, it was the Roots and Wires All-Stars. And that was good. They were doing some definite multi-ethnic, fun, danceable stuff. Let's see what we got. Yes, the ADD is strong with that one. Okay, you do know him in life. Cool. Yeah, I mean, he's got like 30,000 subscribers, so I don't know if people have met him or not. It'll be funny whenever one day he'll have met all of his subscribers. I can picture that. Um, it's like the yeah, he'd be a good candidate for being a celebrity because he is so friendly and stuff that it breaks that wall down between the star and the audience. It's like, dude, put the stage on the same level as the dance floor, and everybody's just hanging out, just having a good time. That's that's how I see things. But here I am by myself, and everybody's back at the club, just getting ready to get down. I don't know. There's cop lights all around and shit. Then there's five, six cop vehicles or whatever you call it, patrol cars. They're all parked up here. There's nobody here on the beach. There's like one or two other cars. Why is there all this shit here? Well, I guess because they don't want to go down to that other neighborhood because then it's going to cause a fucking riot. So they're just going to wait till they get called for something. But yeah, there was some cops chasing somebody around, or just putting on red and blue lights and speeding around and causing this weird vibe. It just sucks. It's like, what the fuck is going wrong? But I get it. I mean, if people get too fucking toodled up on coke and meth and whatever, they start doing stupid shit. So, yeah, that's where America's at right now. He has charisma. He has charisma. Yeah, he's a fun dude. I worry about him though because he kind of pushes that lifestyle thing where he's just partying hard. And I don't know. I don't want to see him be like Belushi and John Candy and Chris Farley. These big guys, I don't know. Fucking alcohol and cigarettes, man. Watch out. That stuff will wind you down. But can't get by on moonbeams, I guess. Gotta have something else going on. He never listens to me anyway. He tells me, "Oh, I quit drinking." Yeah, right. He loves to try to tell me just what he thinks I want to hear. All I want is the truth. Sprite, you have a point. Yeah, man. Like long run. That's what I'm aiming at. It's crazy. This year I'm 52. That was the age that Jerry Garcia died, right? He was 52. He looked like he was 152, but he was 52. And I feel like I'm just starting out. I'm 52 and I'm not ready to fucking die. Bullshit. I'm ready to live. In the meantime, I'm camping in an armadillo. Got my little shell right here. This is what America looks like to me. Got a little doggy. Say hi, Dusty. She's conked out. I don't think she wants to pull a skateboarder. She did a couple of good rides though. Yeah, my dog pulls me when we're walking, right? I take your dog for a walk. Okay, cool. Because I used to just walk with her and she was on her own, no leash. And then I started having to put her on a leash because she's a naughty girl. And so she's trying to yank my arm out. And my wrist is hurting. It was getting to be a bit much. And I kept dreaming of getting a skateboard. So yesterday I finally did. And last night we tried it in the parking lot, and then this morning we were here at Juno Beach, I almost call this Jones Beach. That's in New York. Juno Beach, riding this. You can't really see it, but there's a sidewalk here. It goes along the water right there. And she got a workout for sure a couple of times, and maybe she'll, well, you know, then we walked again. I had her just no skateboard, and I took her for a walk, and she's pulling me again. Pulling. And she's a zigzag walker. You know, some of these dogs, they just catch a whiff of something, and then they're off in that direction, and then they go back. And it drives me bananas. I just want to walk, and we could zigzag a little bit, but let's keep going in the same direction. Even though right now I keep turning around. So maybe she gets it from me. Well, I'm trying to stay near this car. Maybe I should turn the motor off. It's kind of wasteful. Let's listen to these guys.
Prochaine TV, ça, sur Diaspora TV, que nous capables finalement dire c'est.
You don't think we ever get over the odd feeling that we are younger in our minds than our official age?
Ok, merci.
Maybe so. Are you older? Earlier today, you saw me walking with the dog on one of my live replays. Oh, thanks for watching that. Yeah, please hit that the like button, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and get the word out. I don't know what I really have to offer the world, but people kept asking me to do this, so I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna speak what's on my mind, and just share it, because I know time is limited, and I'd like to leave something behind. I was here. Your grandmother said virtually the same thing when she was in her 90s. She said that she was ready to just start living, in her 90s. My mom is not saying that kind of stuff. She's having some struggling issues, and she's hanging in there. But I think since my dad passed, just something about her changed. Even though they weren't together anymore, but they were still involved with each other's lives, and just conversationally, it just is. It's strange. I mean, this is kind of personal stuff, but it's real, and you know, with time, yeah. So she's not remembering things that well, and so I want to be here to support her and to kind of help ease whatever's going on here. Your mom, she didn't feel in her mind as old as she was. That's awesome, and I'm wondering. So, did your mom pass? And I'm hoping that if so, that her spirit, you know, is just as sharp as her mind was here. My dad was pretty sharp till the end, but he and our conversations, like, he would never remember things that I told him anyway. So it's not like at the end, like, I don't know. Oh, your grandmother. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, my grandmother was a character. She sold cars. before women were really doing that kind of stuff. And one thing I would say about her was I was there almost to the end of when she transitioned out. The night before, when we were gathered around her bedside, she said, she was looking past us, looking past me basically, and she said that she could see Al, who was her husband, he's gone, and she could see him building her a house. I mean, we're in a room in a skyrise, what do you call it? Convalescent home? I don't know. Like a nursing home. Where was Al building her house? It wasn't behind me in the room. But she said what she saw. And so that meant a lot to me. And it still does. And I don't think that the game ends just when it's time to give up the shell. So many stories like that. That's awesome. Fuck yes. Yeah, I wish that was really a part of our culture. We get ghost stories and things like that, but I mean like real continuation stories. The Egyptians kind of had something going on, but I think their stuff was a little off, which is probably why it's only remnants now. But shit, 1,000, 5,000 years from now, this culture, I think, I don't even imagine how people are going to react to how we behaved. Is it going to be a total joke? The fiascos that we got into, the issues that we have with each other about bullshit, issues created in rooms with tables, chairs, stacks of papers, computers, and they created problems for us to fight about. Fuckers. Seeing pets included, afterlife pets, doesn't surprise me. Oh man, yeah. When the wind blows like this, man, I feel all the spirits. When it's stagnant and there's no air moving and it's just bugs biting me, I don't feel the spirit then. I'm just like in different mode. It's like just holding on. But tonight is a good night. I hope everybody's doing well. Let's hear what these guys are talking about.
Quel bagay yo fait pour fêter ce drapeau haïtien et nous-mêmes qui en pile là-bas ici, qui des folies extrêmement importantes.
That's some news or something. Yeah, so that station, they, like, I don't know what it is. They must share the station with somebody else because they stopped doing the music. And then it's this information stuff. Hopefully it's not too propagandizing on those people. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some pet stories I have. I know I've got some stories. I did have a dream after a cat had passed. I had a dream that, is it the same dream? But I might have had a couple of dreams, but one where this cat's soul was like in a dark, confused place after he died. And I just from where I was just sending the love, you know, and I was hoping to reach my little buddy Morris, and I forget what was going on. This was in 2002, but maybe it was a different dream or the same night, different. I don't know, but there was another part that I remember where his spirit was like it became this person kind of thing. Like he was a cat, but he was like a upright cat, not like a lion, but like a cat man. And it just felt like he was turning into some other kind of advanced creature. I'm all about that. I mean, I'm not a big evolutionist, but I'd say let it all continue. Let everybody keep evolving. I want to see dogs that can read. I want to see cats that walk on their hind legs. My dog can walk on her hind legs a little bit, but it's usually to try to push somebody or just beg them or whatever. But it's going to be interesting when humanity isn't the only ones at the level that we're at right now. And that doesn't even account for whatever kind of aliens. I don't really think the aliens are from outer space. I think they're from underground. His next incarnation. I hope so. I don't know where that's going to be. If it is some other world. I don't believe in planets like I used to, but there could be other worlds, other realms, dimensions. I hear that word thrown around. Dimensions. Yeah, so hopefully he's in a happy dimension, a happy place. But when I think back on that one dream where it was like almost like he was in a jail or a prison or an abyss or something like that. Just like, I don't know, is that where that's where some souls go and just have a time out or something like that? I don't know. So I've had some great family dreams. I saw my grandfather in one dream and he was just emanating light. And in life, he was a real character and stuff, but he thought when you die, they put you in the ground and you rot. That's it. And so he made the most of his life. He was a really funny guy and everybody loved Al. And then, yeah, I remember one dream I had with him and he was just like this bluish white light. Just, you know, even the clothes that he was wearing and everything, it just shined from inside out. And it's like, dude, you're fucking awesome. That's what I want to do. Well, that's why they call me the Sprite. Somebody thought today, another person thought it was because of the soda. It's like, no, it's not because I drank a lot of soda. It's not what that name has anything to do with. We all have karma to work off. Yeah. I think there was a time in the late 90s where I balanced out my karma, and then now I don't even know where I'm at. Now I'm just in like extra innings or something. Bonus round. Not sure. I thought I was going to be riding. I should be either riding or eating, but then I thought I was going to be doing a live stream of an actual freaking orb light in the sky. Anytime I've tried to capture when I would see something like that. It would just like look like a little dot, like one of these stars. It's like, wait, let's find one. There's one. Yeah, now imagine I showed this video and I said like, oh my God, that's a fucking thing that's here. It'd be like, that's not impressive. That just looks like a little dot. And so I stopped even trying, and I just would experience whatever I would experience. And there was some pretty intense moments with that. But then it all kind of broke off 2018 till about a half a year ago. Started seeing funny lights again. Nothing as intense as from 2011, 12 up through 2018. Just craziness, all different kinds of stuff too. Black triangles, orb lights, weird ass craft that fly alongside me in my RV as I'm driving by and pointing at me and saying, "Who are you? Are you the cops? Are you the military? Are you freaking aliens?" And then the lights all changed and shit. Oh man, that was fucking crazy. But I don't know that they're from some other planet. I just know that whatever the hell it is, it fucking first came down, and then I tried to drive, turn, and park and get out, and the thing fucking stopped over my head and went back the other direction. Who does that? Big ass thing that doesn't even look aerodynamic at all. And then then I lost it, and then I was driving again, and this was in Apache Junction. That was the most couple of really intense things down there. But I have seen something weird in West Palm Beach. I've seen a couple things. I saw like an orange light that had a little tinge of purple. I saw an orange light that was just a big bright light. And I couldn't have been, but there's some airports here for sure. There's a bunch of airports, so there could be some stuff. But that, I don't know, you just know when you know. And when the fucking light just vanishes, doesn't even fly away, it just turns off while it's coming toward you in the sky. Like, what do you do with that? Well, you don't probably talk about it on the live stream because that just puts you in the crazy department. But you know what? Fuck crazy. I've seen what I've seen. All aliens really means is not from here. Yeah, but you know what? I think these guys are from here. They just know how to cloak themselves. I think that's my personal opinion these days. My opinion can change. It used to be different. I used to think they were from the Pleiades and Arcturus and all this stuff. But my whole conception of what everything above us is completely different now. I think that those things are their own thing. They're not gas, millions and millions of miles away, light years. I love that word, light years. I always even thought, even when I believed that a light year existed, I thought it was a stupid name. But no, all these things are electric. They're plasma or something like that. And they're close. I mean, they're far enough that you can't just grab the shit. But you ain't gonna get a rocket going there. So I don't know, Spot, if you might think I'm going off into crazy land, but but you're right, you're correct. All alien really means is something that's different than yourself. Yeah, that's alien. And there's a difference between inalienable and unalienable. And I encourage everyone to parse that. Yeah, there's one of them things. I can't zoom in on it, but when you zoom in on it, man, you see those things are communicating to us in a way that we're not really we're not paying attention to because we think that they're billions and trillions of miles away and that it has nothing to do with us. Thanks, Carl Sagan, you fucking idiot. Propagandist. I used to like that dude, but I mean, I guess I still would if I met him in, well, he's not going to heaven, but wherever it is that we can all commiserate when we're done with this life. I'll be like, dude, you really had us going. Good job. Another magician posing as a scientist. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't want to pretend to know. And I know that those guys don't know either. But they'll say that the theory is the real thing. It's like, dude, it's your theory. You're not out there. I don't care about the equations. That's just a game. Numbers are just symbols. They aren't reality themselves. They can get you a good approximation. I guess I'm going off, but here's what I've said before. I'll say it again. Okay? Here's how numbers demonstrate that they're not real. Okay. You take a sphere, an apple, an orange, whatever, hypothetical, circular, round sphere. Or not even a sphere, no, just a circle, right? You take a circle and you divide it in 3. Now, mathematically, you can represent that as 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, right? Take them apart, put them together, you have a whole again, right? 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Great. That's 3/3. That's whole. But you want to use math, you got 0.3333333333, 0.33333333, 0.33333, on and on into infinity, right? Because it's never going to really be a third. It's going to be a decimal with a shit ton of 3s. And you're never going to put them back together and make a whole out of that because it's deviating off. The curve's going one way, but the fucking math is going in a different direction. And the more that it skews and the further it gets away is where we are right the fuck now. And they've got us on this skew, and we think that it's real. So sorry, Spot, for going off like this, but you think numbers are just a different language. They are a language, for sure, and it's fucking useful. And I like to also point out to people, and so you might even hear this on another live stream, like, because somebody, I read in a comment on one video or another, somebody was saying, I hear this shit come up again about, these guys who are really into so-called Western civilization and how superior Roman language or whatever. And I like to point out, okay, yeah, try doing math with Roman numerals. Give me a fucking break. It's not going to happen. XIV. Bullshit. No, so they took the Arabic numbers, right? Because the Moors knew what the fuck was going on in a lot of things. And so they adapt that Arab numeral system, and that becomes our math today, right? But we have this amnesia, like it was invented by, I don't know, Descartes or some bullshit. No. Reality as we see it is not actuality. We only take in a certain percentage of stimuli from our eyes, our nose, our ears, our hands, whatever, the little hairs on the back of your neck. And actually that sense right there, I heard somebody said a great thing. This dude, Matt, that I recently became friends with going to shows. Matt said, you can't fake goosebumps. And I don't know, maybe somebody can, but in your life, you know that you can't fake those experiences that gave you the goosebumps. It just happens. That's real. You've got that sense built into you. Like when I take my doggie out into the lagoon, And she's shaking. She doesn't want to be out in the water, you know. There's freaking monsters there to her. And I take her out far enough, let her go, and she knows how to swim. It's just built into her. She wasn't trying to swim. She was just trying to get back to the land. Let's see. So there's some symbolism and all that. You think numbers are a different language? Yeah. I'm right about decimals, but I think that's a translation error. Well, yes, it's a translation error, but that demonstrates that the language itself has got its limitations, and it can't be seen. You can't mix up the map from the territory. That's my point. The map is the map, the territory is the territory, no matter how good the map is. Even if it's in the cyber world, it's still just a representation. And perhaps this world is a representation of something else entirely. And we're just trying to use it to learn something before either going back or through or whatever the fuck is going on. The Moors stole the concept of zero and presented it as their own discovery. Oh, interesting. Teach me about that, because I don't know about that. To me, the concept of zero was, yeah, I didn't even think of it as, I thought it was an Arabic thing, and that's like just a group of the Moors. But they're cultural carriers, so whatever kind of concepts in math, science of any nature, alchemy, you know, they stole or borrowed or carried it through is how I would see it. But who would they have stolen it from? It wasn't Neanderthals living in caves, was it? Because that's pretty much where the Caucasians were at when the Moors were stacking up all the gold. Yeah, I don't know. I'm no expert at this stuff. I'm just a dude walking around. Let's see what. Incomplete understanding of the language of math is why some of it doesn't work. Well, no matter how good the representation is, it will never be the genuine article. It's like it's a concept of a perfect circle, right? Or a perfect straight line. And that might exist in some idealized Euclidean plane, but you're not going to make it here with anything that has to do with a mathematical language. It's just, that's all, it's just mental. It's mental exercise. It's not the reality. It's like a step back from reality. And it's good. Step back from reality and then step back from that reality too, and keep stepping back, and you have depth. But I mean, I forgive me if I sound like I'm preachy or like I'm trying to teach you something, because obviously you're an intelligent person and you probably have more going on in the world than I do. But I'm just trying to get across whatever we think comes after what it is that we're thinking about. Let's see. All language is an approximation of experience. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, approximation sounds good. I mean, that statement is an approximation of that's what I'm saying though. Like fractally, you could go you can unpack everything and then unpack it some more, and there's always going to be new kinds of games to play with the concepts. An approximation, well, it's a description. I mean, unless we're talking about using it to actually manifest things, you know. And I'm not a master at that by any means, but I do notice some what are called synchronicities and coincidences and this kind of thing. And I feel like that's something that uses elements of language or symbolic systems similar to a language, but maybe not structured like that. You know, so for example, like if I have a thought or something comes up and a certain name is attached, like lately I had this thing with the name Matilda. It's the band that made a song called Matilda, Harry Belafonte's song. And then the next day I see like Matilda restaurant, and then there's some spaghetti named Tilda, and it's like, it just kept showing up. And then the other day, another thing happened, and I can't remember what it is. When it was happening, I was like, oh yeah, I'll remember this too. And I don't. But it was crazy. It was like, why is whatever it is happening with this? Why are these patterns being recognized? It's bound to have all kinds of shortcomings. Yeah, I mean, do you think there was a time where it was just mind to mind and there wasn't a symbolic filter? I think that on certain levels we do operate like that, and maybe even smell has something to do with it, that we just communicate on subtler planes, for lack of a better description. Because the language thing, I mean, when you think about it, it's just these funny noises that we make with our mouths, and now we scrawl them down on a paper too. But essentially, it's amazing that it even happens, that I'm going like blah 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 blah, but it sounds like a bunch of different stuff, and I'm getting these thoughts out, and they're going through this weird ass device and getting to you. Not necessarily on this plane. Yeah, right. I mean, well, look, so for example, like I mentioned the Euclidean plane before. Like, so I know some people that they really are able to just work in that plane or sphere or whatever the fuck it is, but their imaginations are so tapped into that kind of amorphous blank slate that they can imagine in and on. My imagination is different than that. My imagination is a little more it's just don't ask me about the hypotenuse of this and that or whatever. I just don't think like that, and I so respect people that do. But I do notice also that people that do that, they can get kind of hung up in thinking that space is like, that's it, you know, that's where everything gets done, and it just isn't. It's like a playground, but there's other levels too that it just, all the rules from that place don't apply. Let's see what we got. And there's so much more than spoken language communication. Yes, yeah, that's what I was kind of saying about even smell, you know, pheromones and these kinds of things. Like, there's levels of communication that we scarcely even recognize. And unfortunately, the science that does go into that seems to be just about manipulating us. And, you know, primal instincts and drives and things like that. So it seems like it's just based in commerce, getting us to buy shit that we don't need. I don't know. I guess if you watch my videos, you'll hear me talk in this theme a lot. I'm kind of over whatever this phony monetary hijinks that's going on. And don't be mistaken, I'm not a communist. My position on all that shit was that Marx was a good critic, but it doesn't make him a good producer. And so, yeah, everything that comes after that, again, it's like the skew, so you have something that's legitimate and then things that deviate from that just go off into their own direction. And before you know it, people are getting hurt and all kinds of stuff. So humanity's strange. This place is weird. What's it all for? Smell is one of the oldest and strongest senses. Right, huh? Oh, in evolutionary terms, routes to the oldest parts of our brains. Yeah, it makes sense to me. I mean, yeah, it's just this little exchange. What would you call it? An exchange, not a vortex. Or is it an exchange? No, it's just an intake. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. We've got this weird little ganglion on top of us. Arms and legs is kind of like flagellum. Is that the right word? Right? We're just little things squirming around. And so we're moving through this field, this fluid that we call air. Doesn't even seem like it's there to us. We don't even notice it. But we're these little floating things. We're too dense to keep floating up. So, shoes on the ground. But basically, yeah, we're still crawling. Floating, crawling, skimming. I don't know. I watched somebody today at this beach right here. He was kite sailing or something like that. He had the parachute and those new surfboards with like a foil or whatever underneath, so they popped up on top of the water and cruising along. The dude was older than I am. He looked like he was in his 60s and he was not stopping. So who knows what the evolution's going to be, how people are going to, so right now that's a sport, but one day that might be like how everybody's living and doing whatever the fuck we need to do, getting to some other level. They'll be like, you used to drive around in cars? Wow, that's crazy. And you paid for gasoline? That stuff that came out of the ground? And you paid, and there was something called paying? We don't even know what the fuck evolution is going to be. It's just crazy. Crazy. Routes the old part of the brain. Oh, okay, so that's the last thing you said. Oh, somebody else joined us. Please leave a comment. Just at the beach, hanging out, talking, bouncing some thoughts around, talking about how I don't think that that's a gazillion, trillion light years away. I think that is just out of reach. But as with everything, what's out of reach when you're a baby then becomes second nature. And so I do personally believe that when we get to a certain kind of vibration, then we'll be able to just interact with that stuff. It's not going to happen with one of Elon's rockets. That's a fucking joke. That's a show. That's a distraction. That's how they get us. keep us. Disney laid it out. They capture our imaginations. Yeah, Disney is NASA. NASA is Disney. And they're taking our tax money and showing us make believe. Not taking a rocket to any of those. What did I hear somebody saying about Mars? Oh gosh, I shouldn't even go in this direction. It's just ridiculous. No, not going to Mars. Not going to happen. Not going back to the moon because we never went there to the first place. Nobody's going there in a fucking tin can. I just wish that we didn't have to deconstruct all the bullshit from the 20th century just to get, like, we're already a quarter of the way through this century and we're still living on 20th century fucking propaganda. Bullshit, man. Future people are going to be pissed off with us. Just dragging ass. Find out in the next life. Yeah, man, continue. Don't stop. Yeah, this is maybe a practice run. But build your energy body, because your physical body is just, no matter how much you take care of it, it's, yeah, people take so much care of it that's what wears them out, you know. But yeah, be agile, flexible with your mind. Build your spirit, and then yeah, another thing I like to say about all this is that when you get your hair cut or clip your nails, you don't have a funeral for that stuff, right? But that was you. That's a part of you that is dead. It's gone. It's a part of the earth again, right? But when we shower or whatever, all those old parts of ourselves that are gone, we never have funerals for that stuff. But then we think when we exit all of it at the same time, that then suddenly, oh, well, that's really the end or something. Nope. No. Let's see. Well, back down to one person. We lost whoever it was. Yeah. There's other stuff to watch, I guess, than a rambling lunatic. No, I'm not a lunatic. I'm just talking. But, you know, I don't have flashy stuff to show. Or I guess I do. I've got some opal beads, some pearls. I should show more of that kind of stuff because people are coming to me from Dave's channel with all the shiny rocks and stuff. But yeah, I'll here. Let me show a little sneak peek. The sprightly sprites, crystals. Let's see what we got here. Special. Oh, look at this. Oh, you want to go skateboarding? Not exactly. Want to see a rock? Whoa, it just tried to... Hey, I didn't do that. Why did that happen? All right. Phone. So, Dave would drill a hole right through this thing. And that would be so sad, but that's how different he and I are. I say, don't drill a hole through this. Yeah, he would drill a hole right through there. Yeah, I remember the first time that he bought some of these Lemurian crystals. Like I showed him where I get some of the stuff, and then I think he went back and bought a bunch, and I was like, dude, I'll buy those from you. I don't want you to do that. And he was pretty sad on drilling holes in them. That's why he's a crazy kid. But yeah, so opal beads is something that I do. I string those up. Here's my new prize. Ta-da! Let's see. Whoa, where? Hold on. I'm losing. Whoa, too close. He doesn't see them as finished. Wait, hold on a second. I gotta go back and see. Okay. The body is only good for this life because in our next one, we will have different needs from a body. Yeah, like we won't need to eat food and I mean I have no idea, but I'm going for the energy body, like a Merkaba, just a ball of light. And so I'm not planning on having to worry about finishing this hummus here or some pita bread. Somebody looks tired. Are you tired? I don't know. Is she tired? She's faking it. Well, it is 1 in the morning here. Is it past that too? 1:51. I gotta go to bed. I gotta give my mom a ride in the morning. Lovely. Yeah, isn't this cool? This thing was not cheap, but then when I look around, well, first of all, honestly, where are you gonna find this? And before I found, well, no, I'm getting ahead of myself with the language. So this one was at the Dancing Elephant bookstore, and who knows how long they had it. I think they got it from Tomasz Berger, who had the Rainbow Bridge bookstore. And then when the 2 young brothers took it over, they got some of the stones, and so this was retail. I paid a lot of money for that one. This one also was quite a bit of money, but not as much as the other one. And I was psyched to find this. I bought a bunch. I mean, at first I got a half a kilo, and then I went and got another half. But this was the one that I'm keeping for sure. And so these are like the 2 scores from this trip. And there's an outside chance that I even might have gotten this one for Tomasz, and he just had it for years and years. But I don't know. Why wouldn't I have kept it back then? I was more into selling stones then. But this is the kind of stuff that I'm looking for. So when you're out and about and you see these kinds of crystals, know that you could probably send me a message or something. Maybe someday you will find some of your own. Are you a digger? You're a miner? Because Quartz is around. There is quartz. Kind of detract having the Parmesan Romano. I got that to entice my dog to eat dry dog food because she really doesn't want to. I thought if I put cheese on it, she does eat peanut butter. Dog loves peanut butter. Oh, maybe someday you'll find some of your own. Well, go to a gem show, go to Tucson, you can find stuff like this. But chances are somebody else is going to find it right before you get there. That's my experience. I'm always like, dude, I see the empty spots on the table where I just know that my crystal adversaries. But that's all right. I'll just get it from them later on and pay them the finder's fee. The money, you know, it comes and goes. And oh, somebody's back on. So I don't know if it's the same person keeps popping in. Say something in the comments, viewer. They say certain ones wait for certain people. Wrong place, wrong time for now. Yeah, that makes sense. And you know, with these stones, so these are called Lemurians, if you didn't know. And the whole thing with the Lemurians, it was tied up with this legend of a sunken continent in the Pacific, kind of like Atlantis. And I used to joke about it because I just thought that people were being a little silly with the stories. And then I liked the shape of them. That was, for me, that was the thing. It's like, the story was secondary, the shape was cool. And then I had a weird, crazy vision, like looking into one. Like, so here, maybe we can have a vision together. Let's check it out. I haven't done this with this one. But I was looking in, and then something changed, and I saw this vision. I was in this cave with some kind of egghead alien-looking creature dude, and the place started crumbling down, you know, and this alien guy, he was like in a total frantic mode, and the crystals were around. He was like, I don't know what he was doing. It reminds me of that Superman movie, you know, and maybe it was just a piece of my mind, but no, there wasn't any aliens in Superman. They were human-looking aliens. In any event, it happened in a flash of a second, but I can kind of still see it. Mark Held. That's a familiar name. Party lights. Hi, Mark. Welcome to the chat. Yeah. So then what happened with the crystals? So then I started getting into the crystals. There was a point that I brought up the story, and I deviated, given the background, and now I lost it. But my next point is how I think that, so see, this is chipped here. Now, clearly, when these guys are mining stuff, you know, there's going to be chips. But I come across so many of these that have these hits, and my impression is that whoever's getting them out of the ground wants to make money off of mining them, but they don't want people using them for any kind of real magic, right? Imaginary magic they can deal with, but actual, you know, like, so they fuck them up just before putting them in to get shipped or whatever. They just give them a little gouge, so it's not complete. You know, just like pre-programming a couple of viruses at your computer when you go to pick it up at the big box store. some spyware kind of stuff like that. So they're just that little bit of spite. Just throw it in there. Can we overcome that? Well, depends what we're using it for. Sabotage. Yeah. Yeah, recently, and I haven't corroborated this, but David told me a lot of the miners down in Brazil, where this stuff comes from, they're part of one of the big religions. Is it the Mormons? It might be the Mormons. And I wouldn't put it past them to want to, let's say, inhibit people's psychic and spiritual growth. You know, maybe for them it's more about control. And in honor of Mark, let's look at the pitch black night. Look at that, Mark. Glad to have you here. And your guess is as good as mine. Millions of light years away? Or a few thousand miles? If even. Yeah, well, how would our reality be if we found out that is our neighbor? Some electrical spirit thing. An angle. Angles of light, right? Angles, angels. Maybe those are the angels right there. That's an angel. And we call it a star. And they're just locked in, spinning around the same fucking paths since the show started. Or it could be another story. I'm alright with all the stories. I'm still waiting for something to prove. Show and prove. I don't think it's going to happen. Yep. Mark says, yep, it's both. It's billions of light years and it's not. Oh, that's cool. No. I used to think so. I thought, take a spaceship. It's going to take years and years. Yeah, so it's a pretty grainy photo. So is that all the photons just swimming around that star? Do you guys see that like that? It's super grainy and just moving. It's like looking into the water, right? That's just the artifacts of the digital process, I guess. Looks kind of psychedelic to me, though. Looks like it's alive. It's not space. It's not outer space. It's just above. Lots of people also waiting. Were you named? Mark's asking if I was named after the soda pop. Mark, unequivocally not having anything to do with a sticky, sweet, fizzy drink. And I do recommend just getting club soda and lemonade, and don't give that company a dime. No, the name Sprite was given to me thanks to my friend Jasmine and her husband Cody. They were the ones who started calling me Sprightly Sprite. And someone's idea of alliteration. Yeah, it's because I was dancing and I kind of look like a little gnome. And yeah, but Sprites, man, the soda comes after. There was already Sprites before there was that product. And maybe if we're lucky, some Sprites will show up. Is that 2 sprites right there? With the third one that appears. Light pollution is bad in South Florida. I hardly see any stars here. I could count them. Let's count some stars that are visible. There's one. Oh, where's the other one? It's not coming through. How about over there? Oh! Who's that blinking around? Is that one? No, that's that same one from before. Huh. Somebody's blinking. I don't even see it with my naked eye, but it was coming through on the camera. Yeah, I don't know. It would be cool, so we'd have 2 witnesses. Yeah, why don't you guys show up? I mean, not you guys. I mean, those guys and gals, or whatever the fuck kind of shape that they're in. I've been seeing some cool falling stars here the past few days. And I saw one of supposed Elon's rockets, which just seems like bullshit to me. But yeah, Elon, like they just, anything that's going on, whether it's some weird tech or something, they pass it off as one of Elon's rockets. And people eat it up. That dude's a dumbass, man. He doesn't even sound like a fucking intelligent person. It's just crazy. He's just an actor. If he was as intelligent as he's made out to be, do you think you would ever see him on camera? No. Those people aren't on TV. It's a beautiful night here in Juno Beach, South Florida. Elon doesn't look well to you. Oh, it doesn't surprise me. It's got to be so taxing playing, to be a lifetime actor. I mean, really, wrap your mind around that, where you have to be this character all day, every day. Playing a genius and not actually being one. But he's able to use smugness and arrogance, and so that passes off as intelligence to a lot of people. It works well enough that they could just say, "Oh, okay," and then move on with their lives and whatever other distractions that they love. People do that all the time. You have a hard time getting any good pics of things in the sky with your phone camera, and you have a good phone camera. Do you see some stuff? It's funny because, yeah, I mentioned my friend Cody. He just recently asked what I thought about some of the disclosure stuff that's coming out, where governments are talking about UFOs. And my reaction was that they tormented and chastised one generation, and then they're going to spoon feed and coddle the next generation, and it's just going to be this weird kind of just a psychological game. Whatever is actually going on, neither generation is getting clued in on. But yeah, so for my generation, it was that, no, you see something in a person, and now it's like, oh yeah, of course. They're raising these kids to think that it's just Unfortunately, though, they got this Project Bluebeam and all this kind of weird science, not meant to help us really, just more deception. At the end of the day, if deception is the highest that we can get to in this place, it's not worth it. And I understand deception is useful. Like if you're a butterfly or a moth and you want to have camouflage so that you can hide on a tree branch, stuff like that. Yes, deception. You know, uh, it's useful. But if you're trying to have a society, like, mm, it's not going to go very far. We're talking about Elon. He looks like he has edema and maybe liver problems. Edema, remind me, edema, that's like a blood thing? Huh. Well, he probably never gets any sleep. You got to figure these kinds of characters, like, they're he's as much of a media celebrity as any of this other stuff, right? Because he's got a rocket company, a car company, a tunneling company, a flamethrower company. What else does he have? Uh, someone very close to me, she's a dentist. She has one company, right? And it takes up most of the hours of her day and most of the days that she's got. If she's not in the office with somebody's head in her lap, and drilling in their head and whatever, if she's not doing that, then she's doing paperwork, right? But Elon Musk has 5, 7 companies, and he's still got time to be on Saturday Night Live and nightclubs. I was listening to some music, and I'm like, yeah, this sounds okay. Let's see who it is. And it was Elon Musk. And so he's a DJ now. But when I bring this up, I get told, oh, well, he knows how to delegate. Like, because some people, they'll just defend him to the end. Some pics from your camera are great, but you don't have the hang of getting good pics of things in the sky. Interstitial swelling. Interstitial, so that's in between tissues? Ooh, man, poor guy. Retaining water, yeah, and the spaces between the cells. Oh, yeah, edema, no thanks. Yeah, did John Belushi did he have that? Because sometimes when people are playing with needles, it seems like that kind of stuff can happen. They'll either get real skinny or they get swelled up. Ooh, no, keep it simple. That's what I say. Yeah. Poor Elon. The pressure's got to be really high to be on character all the time. Just your opinion from looking at him. Hey, man. All you can do is look. Because he's probably not going to answer if you send him a message and state your concerns. Hey, bro, I've been seeing you on TV and the computer or whatever, and you don't look well. Do you have edema? Yeah, he might not take that call. Yeah, look at this screen though. So yeah, Mark was mentioning how it's pitch black, but it isn't pitch black. I see a bunch of swirls of light. It's like paisleys. It looks like some of the stuff that I would see like some nights as I'm going to bed in my room, even though it's dark, I start seeing all these colors and stuff and these weird shapes, and I kind of call them like the feelies or whatever, these things that like they just move over and kind of, it's almost like they gobble me up, but I'm still there. But they're just these These mush creatures. Some kind of weird noise. Didn't John Candy have cardiac issues? I bet. Yeah, the main cardiac issue being cocaine into his nose. That's a fucking cardiac issue right there. Now let's stare at the sky, because that's not pitch black to me. I see a lot of, I don't see any stars right here, but I just see these swirling, trippy clouds. There was a little blue flash. Have you guys heard about this? David's really into this. Is it red mercury or whatever? It was used in the original night vision stuff, and then these guys were seeing like all kinds of weird shit, demons, who knows what else. So then they went to whatever it is that they're using now, the green night vision. But I'm just pointing the camera at the sky and I see a bunch of stuff. And I'll call it just conglomerations of photons maybe, but I'm no scientist. Somebody's going to want to call it. Oh, there's that star. Hey. All right, let's focus on the star and see what happens around it. Yeah, I mean, look at all that stuff. That's like a Santana light show. Wow, there's people screaming down there. I hope you're okay. I think they're just partying. It didn't sound distressed. Light pollution from the party bouncing around off the cloud cover. What party? There's no party going on. There's some kids on the beach, maybe. But... oh, wow. What the fuck is that out there? That's on the water. Is that a burning boat? No. I mean, there was 2 boats before. I hadn't been paying attention to them. Man, what the hell is this? It's got some shape to it. It's... maybe they have a light shining on their sail. That is so weird. I wanted to see something weird. I do kind of smell fire. Is that boat burning? What the fuck is going on? What the hell? We're live, folks. What am I seeing? Is that thing above the water? Is that the moon? Dude. I think I need to smoke. I am tripping. What the fuck am I seeing? I mean, you guys see some waves? Where's the clouds? There's a cloud. Now swing over this way. That's not a product of my imagination. Hi, VJ. VJ Titicaca. That's a hysterical name. What crystal would I recommend to help overcome procrastination? I cannot recommend a crystal for that. I think that's a great question, though. No, if somebody can, get me a dozen of them. What am I seeing? You guys are going to have to analyze this footage. This is unreal. I think I'm looking at a burning boat. No, but what? The flames wouldn't be so high. I mean, that is out there. I'm going to go on the other side of this. Like over here is a red light, right? That's a red light. I'll stop moving. That's a red light. Over here lit up and it is kind of orangey red. That is in the sky. That is not on the fucking water. Holy shit. It's gotta be the moon. If not, ask and you shall receive, because I definitely wanted to see something cool. I can see the horizon under that. You can see that light. Looks like it's dancing. Do boats hang signal lights off the top of the mast anymore? Well, there was 2 boats that had some lights going on. I don't know what kind of lights they were, but let's just try to watch this. I'm going to hold it as still as I can. I don't know why I'm being quiet, but I can see some waves under it. Oh, I left my car open. Somebody's out here. Whoa, what was that? We might have company here, folks. This is like one of those fifth kind of encounter. Not so close, but mind manifesting. 2 boats. Oh, is that still the same question? Well, why do I smell fire? I mean, it could just be some random things. There could be kids having a campfire down there I can't see. Or maybe in one of these buildings. Not really, though. I don't think those people burn fires. This is freaky. What the fuck is that? Hello. These kids are definitely laughing about it. This is some Harry Potter shit, man. It's landed too long to be a flare. I'm looking at the water, man. This is over the water. It is in the air. Somebody's gonna have to do forensics on this video at some point, because I can't even zoom in. Lasts too long to be a flare. Yeah, that ain't no flare. Maybe the kids are playing with a drone. That's a big ass drone. Maybe I should go closer to those kids. What is it? Who are you? What are you? Whoa, I'm seeing... Like, if I stop looking at the screen and I'm looking at the thing, I saw something come off of it. Some little lines or something. Wow, this live stream just got a little more interesting, that's for sure. You're not in a cornfield, I hope. No, VJ, I am at Juno Beach, South Florida, and I am looking southeast, and if you can see the waves breaking underneath that thing, those like white waves of water from the sea, Atlantic Ocean, and that thing is a strange looking doodad. Dude, that thing is moving. Is this a dragon? What the fuck am I looking at? That sure is interesting. What is it? Is that the moon? Is this why all those cops were over there before? I can't quite hear what they're saying. I'm here with you, buddy. You cranked up the brightness on your screen, but it didn't really help. Southeast Florida, huh? Is that the direction of the Bermuda Triangle? I think the Bermuda Triangle is more east to like Bermuda's up there. It's not in the Caribbean. It's like across from North Carolina or something. Bermuda is out there, but one corner is definitely down near South Florida. Yeah, so maybe you're right, but it goes up. I don't know. I'm gonna start walking back to my car because I just don't know who the hell's out here. I don't need gremlins. I mean, my dog is in there, so. But I don't want somebody taking my dog either. Where is that thing? An hour and 41 in. Here come some people driving. What the hell is that? That was a cop. He's shining his light. And I'm pointing this thing out to him. Yeah, go talk to your buddies about that. Just come up with some answers. By Miami. Yeah, the one of the corners is by Miami for the Bermuda Triangle. Doesn't surprise me a bit. Yeah, so the other night I got a video of this sideways shooting star, which gets told to be the Elon's toy rocket. And then oh, come on, turn the fucking light off. And now tonight I'm seeing this. Are they going to explain this away as some kind of rocket? All right, so somebody's shining the light down there. That's the kids on the beach, I think. Yeah, they're coming up. Yo, yo. And let's watch this thing again. Maybe it's the moon, but why is it... are we supposed to have some strawberry bullshit? I thought I just saw the moon a few hours ago. I do smell smoke. What the hell is going on? I mean, on the screen it just looks like a mass, but in the sky, the right side of it is like fuzzy and the left side is a little more defined. On the screen though, it looks kind of like some of the orb lights that I've seen. But when I would try to take a picture, then they would just look like a dot. I wouldn't even notice. Let's see. Full moon was a couple of days ago. Yeah, and it sure wasn't freaking, what color is this? It's not magenta. It's kind of an orangey, it's like sherbet. No, the moon, when I just saw it a few hours ago, it was like, you know, bluish white, like usual moon. This thing is fucking weird. Well, I'm supposed to go to bed. What the hell? How am I going to go to bed when this thing's doing whatever it's doing? That's changing shape. It's starting to look like a full-on crescent. But the moon, like you said, it was just full. This thing's got such a weird, trippy... What the fuck is going on? So this is what happens when you give a crazy person a cell phone and let them talk in the middle of the night. It's some strange ass shit. It does seem to be rising. Maybe it is the moon. But I just saw the moon at like 7:30. Was it earlier? Maybe did it go down? It seems like I just saw it when the daylight was still up. No, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it went down at like 3 or 4 o'clock. I don't know though. Power to the crazy persons with a phone. No shit. Much too bright for being the moon, you guess. Well, I have no idea. Maybe a planet Mars. No way, dude. If that's a planet, then you better get your helmet because that shit is close. Like you don't understand how big this thing is. It's not coming out that big on the screen. You thought Mars as well? No, not a chance. Not a chance. Mars is the size of a fucking star. The only thing differentiating those planets is that they don't blink. They look like stars. This thing looks like a fucking pink cloud. And pardon my language. I'm from the streets. I'm from a street. VJ, how'd you find the channel? They get magnified looking when they are near the horizon. Wow, I've never seen this kind of action at all. There's no way. And it's so cloudy looking. If it's Mars or Venus, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. No fucking way on Earth. I'd say it's the moon before it's one of those things. It's not getting magnified to like the size of my pinky nail at arm's length. Hold out your finger, hold out your arm at arm's length and look at your pinky nail. That's how big that thing is. Because I'm doing it right now. Here's my hand. You can't see that, but you see the ocean waves underneath. You see the horizon there. You subscribed when David and I were in Tucson. Nice. Right on. Are you, your name looks like you're from India, is that? But no, actually, VJ does, but Titicaca, that seems like you're making fun of the lake down in Peru. So, VJ Titicaca. I don't know, it's a clever name, I like it. I think we lost Mark. Yeah, we definitely, Mark dropped out. VJ's in. VJ, where do you live? You can't see the water. You don't see the waves. Look at that white line going across. That was a big break that just rolled in. Berlin, wow. Oh, that's exciting. So it's daytime by you. Is the moon out by you in Germany right now? Can you see up in the sky? Because it would be nice to rule out some stuff. Ooh, this phone's buzzing. We're an hour and 49 minutes in. No, too dark. Oh, wow, yeah, well, can you hear the ocean? Can you hear the waves? I have this microphone in, so you might not, but you just woke up, it's 8:30. Full sun and blue skies here, no moon. Well, that's so weird looking. So it looks like a crescent that has the top right side chopped off. Like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. It really does look like the moon, but it shouldn't be so. It was just full. I mean, it should just have a little slice missing. I don't know what to say. I guess it's but I smell a burning smell, and the shit looks like it's on fire. I need glasses too. It's so weird. The wind breezes most of the background noise. Light project on the. Good point. It is not. It is. There is no reflection. That's a really good thing to look for, though. But I do think it's been rising. It's got to be. It's weird. Those kids are having a ball down there. I don't know if you can hear them. There was one time I was in Longmont, Colorado, and I got ready to go for a bike ride. And just as I was heading out the door, there was these kids on skateboards that were hooting and hollering. I don't even know what they were saying. And it's like, all right, they seemed pretty excited about something. And then they got to the corner, turned left, and that's where I was going. So I turned left. And as soon as I turned that corner and I was looking down, because the street goes down the hill, and I just had a view, and there was all kinds of balls of light, like at least 25. I couldn't even count how many there were. They were swirling around. My first thought was that it was fireworks. It was fireworks falling down, but they weren't falling down. They were just floating around, and one of them was really big, and some of them went up, like merged with it, and other stuff was like splitting off in it. That was when it occurred to me, when people talk about a mothership, because it all seemed like jellyfish or some kind of light creatures, and I was like, that's what they call that, the mothership, because I don't think that they're ships. Like, I don't know what the fuck it was, but the way that these kids are partying here was how those kids were. It reminds me of that. But the more that I'm seeing this, I'm thinking it is the moon. I'm kind of wishing it's not, though. That's a weird looking moon. Maybe Yahoo have something to say. They'll be like, strawberry moon. We got 3 people on now, right on. Hello, third person. Please enter the chat. We're an hour and 53 in on this basically philosophical live stream. Let's turn it. Quite fun. Looks like a dragon eye. It's funny you say that, because I thought it was, before when it was a little cloudier looking, I was like, is that a dragon coming at me? It's a totally strange thing. Well, yeah, and all the clouds around it are really, I guess lenticular is the word, where it's all straight. Did you put your crystals away? Maybe they are chatting too. That is funny. I'm gonna go grab some crystals. Fuck it. Oh, my car's still there. That's good. Whoa, I'm walking, so forgive me. I'm walking and holding this thing backwards. There's a tree. You were just tuning in for a sec. Your keyboard's been acting funny, hard to type. Oh, hey, Grateful Guy. Oh, nice. Good to have you here. Nice familiar name. Well, GG, what do you think we're looking at here? There's a cloud covering it up now. It's Dave coming to see you in his Foo Fighter. Oh, goodness gracious. It's Rahu or Ketu. You guys familiar with those terms? Those are like supposed to be what actually causes eclipses. It's these invisible discs in the sky that we only notice when the eclipses happen. The amazing Dave flying in on his dragon. Oh gosh. That would be a funny video though, with Dave riding a cosmic wave star. All right, don't drop the crystal. It's gotta be the moon, but why is it already so? It's like somebody took a big bite out of the moon. I'm gonna try to put this crystal in front of it. Let's see what we get. Let's go. Let's do some magic. Refraction. Let's go for the point. Wow. Hold on, this way. We're learning as we go here, folks. Oh, hey, wait a second. This is going to be a funny video to watch. It's like, what the hell is going on, man? What is this guy doing? Oh, almost. Almost. Ah. Whoa, what's that extra light? Oh, that's just... There we go. Through the Lemurian. Getting it here live. It's the moon. It's gotta be the moon. Look at that. Yeah, maybe it is shining on the... It's illuminating the waves just right there, yeah. That was the craziest moonrise. You can see part of the refraction through the crystal. Yeah, I'll hold it this way now. Let's see. Let's try to line it up with this weird spot. Talk about dragon eye. There's a dragon's eye. Yeah, are you starting to see the waves now? I think as it's rising, amazing images. Yeah, as the moon is rising, it's getting brighter. It's the moon. They tricked me again. All right. And then while I'm looking at the moon over here, who knows what the fuck's been going on back here? Looks like a lightsaber. Yeah, kind of. This is my new acquisition, new addition to the collection. Thanks to the boys at the Dancing Elephant bookstore. They've been holding this for me. They didn't even know it. Yeah, I saw it when I first came to town and I was like, ooh, I kind of want that. And then I thought, oh, the price is kind of high. It's full retail, and you know, I'll just see other ones at the gem show. But then I kept thinking about it and kept thinking about it. There's two more, but I didn't want to. I'll save those for somebody else. I don't want to come to South Florida and swoop up on all the stuff that, you know, these people don't get to gem shows and shit. So I don't want to be greedy. But I do like to find them. I like to find these stones. And some of them are going to have to go up for sale. But I'm going to try to keep this one for a while. Whoa, there's a dog. Hi, doggy. I love you. I do. Here's a different crystal. Let's see what the moonlight looks like through it. This one really does it. Yeah, whenever I look at lights in the sky, they're fucking tiny in the camera. Sauron! That's hysterical. It's been slowly changing color. Yeah, is it losing the pink? Yeah, let's go this way with it. Sauron. That's cool. There's that. Let's put the broken part of the crystal lined up with the moon. See if we can get some interesting effect. Oh, where is it? Oh yeah, I'm seeing a face in the crystal. Do you see that? It's like one of those Olmec heads. You know those. Anybody see the face there? He's got like a helmet on, like a tiki guy. Total Pacific Islander. Totem pole. Gotta go. Have a good night, everyone. Just wanted to drop by real quick. Thank you so much. And please, as you heading out, hit the like and whatever else. And let's reconvene sometime. Olmecs are stunning. I saw a cool copy of one of those Olmec heads in Chicago, right by Soldier Field and the museum. I was like, what's this doing here? But there's a reason it's there. You'll try to leave the stream running, though, for the algorithm. Oh, cool. Already hit it. Thank you, brother. Many happy moments, happy dreams. Whoa, come on. Yeah, have some cosmic dreams. Whoa, here's some color. Look at that. Whoa, hey, come on back. Come on back. Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed that it's the moon. I thought I was having a real experience here. The crystal's showing up. Yeah, I think it's getting brighter out as this thing is rising up. But why is it so pink? Yep, tomorrow or whatever later on in a few hours, it's all the news is going to be talking about the strawberry moon. I don't even know why I'm calling it that, but you hear it here first, man. Strawberry moon. I didn't know it was coming up strawberry, but ooh, whoa, what's going on there? Wait a second. Dude, let's get that in focus. What the fuck? So I was talking earlier in the stream about seeing some crystal visions. Like, who's dancing around there? Wait a second. Come on back. You guys see that? All right, somebody's fucking with me. That was some spooky shit. This crystal's showing up much better. I think it was more near the horizon. Do you see the red creature showing up in the crystal? What's up? I'm not trying to attract no demons and shit, but is that who's living in the crystal? These weird ass spirits. At the base, yes, exactly. Yeah, dude. Not trying to be playing with any black magic or shit, but you know, I'm just hanging out, just peace and love. Yeah, that was some spooky shit. Rewind that. Who was hanging out at the base of the crystal? I'll put it upside down now. Let's see what we get. Not too much. Nope. These crystals are getting all jazzed up. What do you even call this stream? Crystal magic? My intentions are pure and goals, so you don't have to worry about demons. Yeah, to me, demons are like dogs, you know, bad dogs. You can, if you know how to handle dogs, then you could probably handle some demons. They're just bored. You think about what they're just, you know, they love to manipulate people, but they don't got nothing else going on. They're just fucking bored fucks. I am charging them with the energy of the full waning moon. Yeah? Could be. Could be. Man, look at that thing. Well, 2 hours. It's been a lot of fun, but I have to give my mom a ride in the morning. What is that noise? It sounds like water running. Oh, maybe it's a sprinkler thing. Whoa, it's... Why are you doing that? I don't want that to happen. So if this has been going on for 2 hours, shit, it must be getting close to 3 in the morning. I gotta go to bed. Not that tired. Oh, man. Well, I sure thank you for joining me. I'm gonna have to sign off. But that was one for the storybooks. And you guys could say that you were here. You were here when I got fooled by the moon. All right, moon. I don't trust you. Look at those waves, though. That's beautiful. My mom needs me tomorrow. Yes, she does. Have a great sleep. Thanks for the amazing live stream. Better than the Blair Witch Project. Oh man, I had some spooked moments there. When that red demon showed up in the crystal, I fucking rocked my world. Let's see. I don't want to push my luck, but... And it's funny because earlier I was talking about a previous little Lemurian vision that I had, and then I get to show you guys what I'm talking about. And was it real? Was it not? I don't know, but it's cool to share something like that, because otherwise it's just a story. And stories are cool and all, but experience is where it's at. Yeah, you can see the news right on. Here come the waves. Here come the waves. Yeah, it's a beautiful night here. It's a shame. I wish I could just leave this running for you. What the hell? Do you see when this thing pop up? It says actions and then pin message, all that stuff. I'm not trying to have that. I don't know what I'm doing. With my hands. All right, so I really thank you a lot, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. And yeah, let's have more fun like this again. Maybe I'll come back on tomorrow. Yeah, in the morning after I do some errands, I'll see about going skateboarding with the dog, and I'll live stream that. And yeah, I bid you peace. And once again, I'll say it. Be kind. Rewind. Bye. Thank you again.